Yo, what's up, guys? UFC 306 wrapped up on Saturday. It was a great card. I liked it. I thought it was entertaining, and there was some upsets. There was some good matches, some bad matches, but I'm gonna be matchmaking every single fighter on the main card, and I'm gonna be matching fighters on the prelims that I care about. Like, I'm not gonna matchmake every fighter that was on the prelims, only the fighters I really care about. So yeah, let's get into it. But before the video starts, like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below what you guys think, join the Discord server, link in description, and let's get into it. We're starting it off with Raul Rosas Jr. Raul Rosas Jr. had a pretty decent win over Akira Long, I believe it was, and it was a decent win. He did alright. Rosas Jr., I think he should fight the winner of Cody Garbrandt and Miles Johns. We keep up giving Raul Rosas Jr. layups. He's 4-1 in the UFC. He's a good prospect. I'm pretty sure he's close to the rankings. I'd assume so. I think we should give him the winner of Cody Garbrandt and Miles Johns. Miles Johns is 6-2 in the UFC, and he's also around the rankings. I'm pretty sure he's pretty well rounded, and he could beat Rosas for sure. And for Cody Garbrandt, we know he's a good striker, but he lacks on the ground. He lacks on the ground, man. We saw in his last fight, he got submitted by Davis and Figueiredo. Now, I'm not saying Rosas Jr. is like the same caliber as Figueiredo on the ground, but, similar. They're similar. Rosas is primarily his best on the ground, so Garbrandt is going to have some trouble, but Garbrandt's 2-5 in his last 5 fights. Cody would be a good test for Rosas. I think Cody Garbrandt would be a good test for Raul Rosas Jr., and who knows, maybe Cody could win. I think that's a pretty good matchup. The winner of Miles Johns and Cody Garbrandt against Raul Rosas Jr. Whoever wins can probably get one more fight until they get ranked. I'd say so. Alright, we're moving on to my glorious king, Joshua Van. Joshua Van got a win over Edgar Chairez, and it was a pretty decent win. He lost the first round for sure, but he won the second in a really good way. Like, he hurt Edgar really badly, almost finished him. Third round was pretty dominant, just wrestling. And I think we give Joshua Van Ronaldo Rodriguez. Yup, a fighter who fought on 306 as well. I think we give Joshua Van Ronaldo Rodriguez. Let me tell you why. Joshua Van is a good prospect. He's a good striker. He showed he can wrestle a bit in his last fight. And Rodriguez looked bad in his last fight. I'm not gonna lie. Rodriguez almost got finished twice by knockout and submission. Me personally, I think it's a winnable fight for both guys. They're both good prospects, I think. So yeah, I think Joshua Van could win that fight. Ronaldo Rodriguez could win by his toughness. But I would like to see that fight. I would like to see how it goes. And I think Joshua Van versus Ronaldo Rodriguez should be his next fight. We're now on to Ignacio Bahamondes. Ignacio Bahamondes had a really good performance, I won't lie. And I'm happy I chose him. Not much people chose him. Most people chose Manuel Torres. I'm happy I chose Ignacio Bahamondes. He got my pick right. And he looked really good. His striking was on point. He caught Manuel Torres twice and, of course, finished him. Yeah, so I think we give him someone like Guram Kutateladze. I think Bahamondes is a great striker and Guram is a great wrestler. They're both near the rankings, I'm pretty sure. And it could go to both guys. And I think it would be a decent fight. If Bahamondes just keeps it on the feet, defends takedowns, he can probably pick Guram apart. If Guram ends up taking him down and just exposes his takedown defense, he can probably just dominate him on the ground. So yeah, it could go to both guys, like I said, and that would be a pretty good fight. I would watch it. I would stay tuned. And yeah, I think Ignacio Bahamondes versus Guram Kutateladze should be next. We're now on to the main card, and I'm gonna matchmake every fighter on the main card, win or loss. I only did a few from the prelims because I only cared about those 3. So yeah, let's get to it. For the first fighter, we have Ade Osborne. Oh my god, is this dude bad? This dude is trash. I think he should fight Dennis Bondar. Bondar is on a 3-fight losing streak, and he's just terrible. Ade Osborne is not much different. They're both terrible fighters, and whoever loses the fight should get cut by the UFC. There's like really not much to say. They're both bad. They're both like Bellator. They're both Bellator type fighters, won championship. They should not be in the UFC. I could see Ade Osborne beating Dennis Bondar, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Dennis Bondar also beats him. So yeah, I think Ade Osborne, Dennis Bondar should be next. Alright, next up, we have his opponent, Ronaldo Rodriguez. Like I said, I chose Ronaldo Rodriguez for Joshua Van, so I'm going to do the same thing for Rodriguez. Rodriguez did not look that good in that fight. He almost got finished by knockout or submission. And Ade Osborne is trash, so that was a bad look. I said Ronaldo Rodriguez for Joshua Van, so I'm going to just say him for Rodriguez. Rodriguez is a decent wrestler, I guess. Van is a pretty good striker and showed he can wrestle a bit, as he showed in his last fight. They're two good prospects, I guess. It's a winnable fight for both guys. Like Rodriguez could win, Van could win. Probably like I'll probably give it to Rodriguez. Nah, I'll give it to Van. I'll give it to Joshua Van. That's my boy. So yeah, I'm gonna give Ronaldo Rodriguez Joshua Van. Alright, we're on to Daniel Zellhuber. Man, this fight was great. Daniel Zellhuber versus Esteban Ribovics. This fight was absolutely, like, amazing. Fight of the year candidate, I'd probably give it to Holloway and Gaethje, though. But yeah, it's up there. Me personally, I think we give Zellhuber Jai Herbert. Daniel Zellhuber is still a great prospect. He's a great striker. Zellhuber should fight Jai Herbert. It's a winnable fight for Daniel Zellhuber. We all know Jai Herbert hasn't been looking that good lately. He is on a 1-fight win streak, but yeah, he just hasn't been looking good lately. They're two good strikers, and it'd be a pretty decent fight. I'd definitely give it to Daniel Zellhuber, but yeah, it would be a good fight. I would want to see it. It would be pretty technical. Yeah, I think Daniel Zellhuber should fight Jai Herbert next. And his opponent that night was Esteban Ribovics. He did good. His boxing was nice. He hurt Zellhuber in the 3rd round. Yeah, he looked pretty good. I think we give him someone like Thiago Moises. I mean, he had a great fight with Zellhuber, and I think he's close to the rankings. He should fight Thiago Moises. Moises is a great test for him. Moises is well-rounded, and he probably could beat Ribovics. I'd probably actually choose Moises. He's a good test for Ribovics. Like I said, he needs to be kind of tested more. Thiago Moises has been here for a while. He's pretty seasoned. Yeah, let's give him Thiago Moises. It'll be a good test. We're on to Brian T-City Ortega. Man, he got destroyed, I'm not gonna lie. But it's all good. He's been in here for a while now. I think we give Brian Ortega someone like Arnold Allen or Josh Emmett, but I'm pretty sure he wants to go up to lightweight. So look, if he stays in featherweight, we give him someone like Arnold Allen and Josh Emmett. If he goes up to lightweight, we give him someone like Jalen Turner. Now let me explain. Ortega is actually kind of mid. I'm not gonna lie, he's pretty mid. He has alright striking. Yeah, he's durable. He has a great chin. He has great grappling. But I think he should fight Arnold Allen or Josh Emmett because, like, Arnold Allen is 1-3 in his last 3 fights, with his latest fight where he got a win over Giga Chikadze, and it would be a decent fight. Emmett is also 1-3 in his last 3 fights. Emmett has his last fight was against Bryce Mitchell, which was a brutal knockout. And now I think that would be a decent fight. I think Brian Ortega versus Josh Emmett or Brian Ortega versus Arnold Allen would be a decent fight. And we're now on to Jalen Turner. Turner is 1-4 in his last 4 fights. I did think he beat Gamrot. I'm not gonna lie. I thought Turner beat Gamrot. He has a good chance at beating Ortega. I'm not gonna lie. He has a good chance of beating Ortega. He has good striking, and he's a huge lightweight. Like, he's massive for the lightweight division. Ortega has a good chance of beating Turner also, but who knows? Turner could beat him too. Like, he could just pick him apart. or Ortega could just grapple him. But yeah, Brian Ortega should fight Arnold Allen, Josh Emmett, or Jalen Turner. Alright, we're on to Diego Lopez. Diego Lopez absolutely destroyed Ortega. I think we give Diego Lopez someone like Alexander Volkanovski or the winner of Ilia Topuria and Max Holloway. Let me tell you why. So, Volk is on a 2-fight losing streak. We'll see if Volk's chin is done, or we'll just see if Volk gets back in the win column. And other than Lopez, who else deserves a title shot? Yair? Like, no. His last fight was a submission loss to Ortega. Arnold Allen? No. Like a 2-fight KO losing streak, Volk? No. No one else other than Diego Lopez deserves it. And imagine how fun Ilia Topuria versus Diego Lopez or Max Holloway versus Diego Lopez would be. That would be fun as hell. I could see Ilia Topuria versus Diego Lopez like ending in a finish by one of them. I could see Max Holloway versus Diego Lopez being like a fight of the year. Like, that would just be a great fight for both guys. And yeah, so either Volk, Topuria, or Holloway. We're heading on to the co-main event with Alexa Grasso. I feel bad for Grasso. She just got dominated that fight, like out-wrestled like badly. And we all know why everyone wanted her to win. Yeah. So I think we give her the winner of Aaron Blankfield and Rose Namajunas. Alexa Grasso is one of the best WMMA fighters, and she ended up having to fight the greatest woman flyweight of all time. So yeah, I say we give her the winner of Blankfield and Namajunas. Blankfield is 6-1 in the UFC. She submits a lot of her opponents, and Namajunas is on a 2-fight win streak. She's a good striker. Namajunas is a former champ, and it would be a good fight for both of them against Grasso. I think both fights would be entertaining. I think Grasso could probably beat both of them. Yeah, I think she beats both of them. So it would be good to have her back in the winning column. And who knows, maybe she gets a title shot after this. And we're on to the new flyweight champion, the greatest flyweight woman fighter of all time, Valentina Shevchenko. There's not much explaining to do. It's Manon Fiorot. Shevchenko destroyed Grasso. She showed great wrestling. And Fiorot deserves it. She's on a 7-fight win streak. No one else earned it other than her. And there was like nothing else than just wrestling by Shevchenko. So there's like not much to talk about. So yeah, Manon Fiorot deserves the title shot. And she'll probably get it next. But I probably would choose Valentina to win. But yeah, Valentina Shevchenko, Manon Fiorot, make it happen next. We're on to the main event. Sugar Sean O'Malley. Pretty disappointing performance by Sugar. I think we give him Corey Sandhagen. That'd be an amazing fight. Both last fights were losses. They're both good strikers, but Corey is way more well-rounded and can wrestle. So I want to see this fight because it can eliminate one of them from being the number 1 contender. It would be a fun fight. It would be a highly skilled and technical fight. And it would just be great in general. Like, imagine like watching Sugar Sean O'Malley versus Corey the Sandman Sandhagen. Like, that'd be great. I want to see it. We all want to see it. We all know that's next. So yeah, make this fight happen, Dana. Doesn't matter if Sugar loses. We just want to see it. And I would probably choose Corey to win. I think Corey just like outworks. Not like, maybe like just like he can keep up with Sugar on the feet and just like out wrestle him. So yeah, Corey Sandhagen probably wins that. But yeah, that's the fight to happen next for Sugar. And now, the new bantamweight champion of the world, Merab the Machine Dvalishvili. We all know Umar Nurmagomedov deserves it. Look, no one else deserves it other than Umar. He beat, at the time, the number 2 contender, Corey Sandhagen, who's a great MMA fighter. And I think it'll be a good fight. It'll be entertaining. Merab with his pressure, his pace, his cardio, his wrestling. Then we see Umar's well-roundedness with his striking, his wrestling. And we'll see if Umar can keep up the pace like Merab. It would be like a interesting fight. I probably would give it to Umar. I think Umar would just do more. I think the wrestling cancels out, and then on the striking, I think Umar is better. So yeah, it would be an interesting fight. I don't think you can say Merab wins. I don't think he wins. But yeah, Merab Dvalishvili versus Umar Nurmagomedov. Book that next. So yeah, I just matchmaked almost every fighter on UFC 306. I matchmaked every fighter on the main card, and the only ones I cared about on the prelims. So like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below what you guys think, and join the Discord server, link in description. I'll see y'all next time. Spaz out.